One second. Let me.
So Paige, tell me about this movie of yours that you're working on, and maybe your dog can give their opinion too.
Well, he just might. Here we go, Bubba. Want to make an appearance?
Oh,
He's
hi,
just
Bubba.
running around like,
Hi.
hi, Bo.
What do you think of
Well,
Mommy's movie?
what do you think? He's like, Ruff, I love it. I love it so. It was such a fun movie to work on, and something very special about working on this particular film for me is Mika Borum, who is the director. This is her directorial debut, and she did an amazing job. We met filming we were both in a movie called Virgin Alexander in like 2010, I think.
Okay.
And this doesn't always happen, but it was one of those things where we just became instant, amazing friends. And when she started working on this film and she was writing it and she was, prepping, she was like, Paige, I want you to be in this. And I was like, I would be so honored. I would be so honored. And she would sort of walk me through it every step of the way as she was in development. And it was so fun. So then finally getting on set with her and watching her do this, I was so honored to be a part of it, but also just so unbelievably proud of everything that she's accomplished, because I know it was a marathon, making these films always is.
It's incredible. Tell me a little bit about your role.
My role. So it is a very dynamic script. And so there's a lot going on. My character, I play a character named Veronica Lake, and she is, without giving too much away, she is the catalyst for the main character, Mika's character, to sort of go down the rabbit hole. So she ultimately winds up, I think it's fine that I say this, she winds up stealing my identity. I'm like a big, girl boss producer, and they have a chance meeting, and it sort of sets off a series of events that is the movie. So that's what it is.
It sounds like it's a thriller meets Lifetime movie. I'm here for it. I love it.
Yes, exactly. And it really takes you on a wild adventure. I mean, Mika is truly the only person that could have made this film, because she has such an incredible imagination. Not to mention the cast that she got together for this movie is outstanding. And a lot of it was just her being really resourceful. And because she has an amazing career under her belt as an actress, it was just sort of her reaching out to people that she had worked with previously. And everyone sort of showed up because they know her work ethic. They, know how intelligent and driven she is. And she's also a heck of a lot of fun. So.
And what were some of the challenges about playing this role?
The challenges, I'd say the biggest challenge of this part was because in the screenplay, there are so many different locations. There was a lot of green screen work and just sort of at the very top, just, really kind of needing to use our imaginations to set the stage so we could get into it as actors. That was the most challenging part. But I have to say, overall, this is one of the easier films that I've ever worked on. It was smooth sailing.
That's great. And did you guys film this during the pandemic, or was it after? How did that work?
It was before. This was a couple of years ago, and then it went into post. I think it went into post like, wow, this whole pandemic time is completely folded. I'm like, where am I? What are we? Are we back in the, is it 1997 again? Like, I don't know.
I feel you.
I'd say about 2 years ago, we wrapped and it went into post, and then I believe that it started going into release over the pandemic.
Gotcha, gotcha. What's your favorite part about playing this role?
You know, she's like I hope that this is okay to say, but she's such a badass. Like she's really such a powerful woman who knows what she wants. She never sells herself short. She's always lifting up other women. And she sort of has this way about her that is like, I'm going to go for it. I'm fierce. I know I'm fierce. I'm going to go after it. And if, if you're someone who wants to like go for it too, I applaud you and I support you. So it was just a lot of like that power femme energy, which I love. So
Yeah, you don't see that very often anymore, both in the movies and real life. It's so rare. And maybe when people see this movie, they'll learn, hey, we should be doing this.
that's right. Yeah. And I think honestly, that was something that Mika was very conscious of. She was like, I want to make a film with really, really strong leading ladies and just take the audience on an adventure. And she totally accomplished that. It was actually when I was filming this film, I had just moved. There he is. Bobo, come here. I had just come here, baby. Here's all the noises. Bo, come here. Come to mama. Sorry.
It's okay. He wants to give his opinion on the movie. It's
That's
quite all right.
exactly right. They're little fur babies.
Yeah.
So much to say.
So what did you think? What did you think? Yeah, so cute.
What's going on in that little mind of yours? All the things? All the things. He loves his life.
Yes. He can stay. I don't care.
Is that okay? Do you mind?
Not at
He's
all.
just right. Thank you.
Yes,
So oh yes, right when I started filming this, I had just moved back to New York City to finish up at NYU. And because I had left for a job my senior year and I wanted to come back and finish up. So I came back and I was like, I'm going to take some time off of acting. I'm just going to focus on school. And that's when Mika was like, no, I need you here now. And so I hopped on a plane and I came out of my mini retirement, my little break from acting, and and it was just such a fun, refreshing, empowering thing to do, and to sort of have that experience in the middle of this year that I was really consciously sort of stepping away. It was just kind of a charge for my soul. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
to work on this project with a old friend that was so fun and free and creative, and wild, and to play this really awesome, strong woman, And I was just in my 30s, and I was like really starting to feel myself in an entirely new way. And then this came online, and it was awesome. It was just it was a perfect time.
that's amazing. And did you finish at NYU yet, or are you still doing that now?
Yes, I have like, I think like one more class, maybe a couple credits that they may let me off the hook for, just because I took my initial break to do a play in New York City. So I have a little wiggle room there, but I am hoping actually to finish up online. And then I'm done, but I'm right there. I'm just right there.
You got this.
Life keeps getting in the way, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it.
Nice. And what's your degree going to be in?
Theater.
Just it. Oh, nice. Very nice. Degree. That's incredible. Wow.
But I have to take care of, it's just a bachelor's. So I took care of all of my theater credits for NYU because it's liberal arts. But where I have to really make up credits is just in like the sciences. That's really the only spot. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Hopefully
A-
soon. Hopefully soon.
Yeah, and you had a great cast for this movie. I was like really amazed about who was in this movie, like Tom Arnold and everyone. How was it like working with everybody?
Oh, I mean, well, because again, the film is set in so many different locations. A lot of us were just sort of ships passing in the night. But everyone was awesome and talking to Mika. My scenes were just with Mika. Uh but what I hear from what I hear, it was all around a fantastic time. And yeah, like I said, the cast is so phenomenal, and that really is just a testament to, Mika's previous career as an actress. She's been acting since she was a child, so it was something she just really tapped into all of those relationships, and she had a vision for this film, and she went for it, and she got it done.
Wonderful. She sounds amazing. The way you talk about her is just incredible.
I love her so much. I love her so much.
And what's next for you? You have any other projects on the docket?
I do. Well, I right before the pandemic, I worked on a film directed by Mariana Polka, who's also another one of my friends who I love dearly. And that's called Collections, and that should be coming out pretty soon, I believe, like over the next 6 months, I think. And then I have two other little projects that I can't say yet because nothing's finalized, but they're things that I'm really excited about. So fingers crossed there.
And one thing I like to ask the people I interview is tell me a fun fact about yourself.
A fun fact. I mean, the fun fact I always sort of go to first is that I'm a twin. I have a
Oh,
twin
really?
sister.
Nice. Are you identical or
So
fraternal?
fraternal. I describe, it sort of sounds like the way you were describing your sister, where I'm like, she's so beautiful, and she's so, she's like a sprite, she's like a fairy, she's so just lovely. Like, she's my example of, you were just mentioning that your sister uh just gave birth, and that's so amazing. And what you said was, she looks so beautiful after 30 hours, like she looks amazing. And that's how I felt. Like, my twin sister, she's so small, but she's so strong and mighty. And when she had her babies, every single time it just blew my mind. And she would come out and just like look like the most beautiful angel on earth, And I'm sitting here thinking, how do you do it? How do you make it look so seamless? I'd be like a monster. My hair would be everywhere. Like, I'd be swollen, and that's not, she's just so resilient and strong. So
Yes, I love that you have such a good relationship with the women in your life. That's so important.
it is, isn't it? It's
Yeah.
really one of those things that makes all the difference in the world as far as like quality of life. And as far as I'm concerned, my female friends, and my sisters, and my mom, and the women, like you said, the women in my life, uh, that's where I experienced some of my greatest, and a huge amount of my greatest joy comes from sharing this life journey with them. So I'm very lucky.
Yes,
I
you
don't take it for
are.
granted. I love them so much.
That's wonderful. They're lucky to have
Come
you.
here.
And she likes the boy dogs too. Don't
Sorry.
worry, Abo. She likes the boy dogs.
Yes.
We like the boy dogs. So, since we're also a TV site, what are you watching on TV these days?
Ooh, I have been watching a lot of documentaries.
Really? What
I
kind of
have
stuff have you been watching?
we just watched we just watched the QAnon documentary, just to sort
Yes.
of learn a little bit about that. And then we were, I mean, this is all pretty heavy, but we were watching the documentary about the opioid crisis. And that was really, really powerful and well done. Uh, and what did we see recently? I mean, I've been watching Vera, which is a British crime series,
Ooh, I gotta check
and
that out.
you should check it out. Talk about a strong, female main character. There's definitely one there. Trying to think. We got into sci-fi for a bit because over the pandemic, I worked on a Nickelodeon show, which was such an amazing job, called The Astronauts. And that came out in November, and it was so fun and so awesome to work with, to work on. And I played like the voice of the artificial intelligence on the spaceship. And it was so fun. And so after that, I kind of got into this big, just like, let me watch all the Star Trek and, Deep Space Nine and 2001 Space Odyssey. And I just went through all of those and, watched those all again. So yeah, what about you? What have you got on your TV? Can I ask?
Oh, of course, of course. I have so many different things. I'm like, well, our first site began, it was originally a reality TV site. So it's all the housewives, the Bravo shows, Married to
Ooh.
Medicine, and then the sitcoms I love. Like, I love Bob Hart's Abishola and Be Positive are my two favorites on CBS. Have you seen those yet?
Oh, fun. I have not seen those, but I have, over the course of the pandemic, watched so much of the Real Housewives of Dallas. Like, I'm almost done, I think, with all of them. And I just started during the pandemic, and that was really fun. Real Housewives of New York City, I love. Amazing Race, I love
Yes,
Amazing
yes.
Race. Definitely done a lot of that over the pandemic. A little Love Island. I love the reality shows, so that's definitely on my list on my TV as well.
Nice. Actually, it's funny. My best friend's brother and I auditioned for The Amazing Race because my best friend and I we're like family now. This was years ago, so we never got on. But it was like the day after her wedding. We're bored. We're like, let's audition for The Amazing Race, but we
Oh
never
my
heard
gosh,
back.
I know. I can you imagine? I always think, I'm like, gosh, maybe I should just kind of throw myself into the mix, because it would be such a memorable life experience. But they must get just a bajillion submissions.
Probably, yeah.
So fun. But
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's worth it. I actually think maybe I submitted myself for when I was single. Did I do this? I think I did. When I was single, they had this thing come out where they were going to have like two single strangers,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
paired together. And I don't remember what season it was. I'm pretty sure they did it, but I definitely submitted a video. So wow, I totally forgot about that.
That's awesome. Yeah, I love stuff like that. I'm like, yeah, it's worth it. If I don't do it, I'm definitely not going to get on. But if I do it, there's at least a 0.0001 chance.
That's right. Shoot your shot. Shoot your shot.
Exactly. And where can we follow you on social media so we could continue to follow your amazing career?
Aw, thank you. It's Paige, Paige, Carlisle, Carlyle, Howard, Howard, on Instagram.
All right, we'll send you a follow. Thank you so much. And I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.
Thank you so much. This was so fun.
Likewise, I can't wait to talk to you again.
All right. Yes. Ditto. Ditto.
Yes, but next time I'm in New York, we should meet up for coffee or something.
Oh, let's definitely do that. Let's definitely do that. And then I'll give you guys a follow back, but let me know when you're
Yeah,
here, and we can
I will send you a follow now. Thank you.
All right. See
Thanks.
you later.
Bye.
Bye.